Charlotte McKinney just proved that when confidence meets elegance, the world has no choice but to pay attention, and Star Buzz is here to dive into the firestorm of reactions her daring new photos sparked, because when those images hit the internet they weren't just pictures, they were a bold declaration that Charlotte is not only a star but a force who knows how to command space without even trying. And what made this reveal so unforgettable wasn't just her flawless curves, glowing skin, or magnetic presence, it was the energy, that fearless unapologetic vibe that made people stop scrolling and start talking, because Charlotte has always been celebrated for her beauty and poise, but this time she showed something deeper, a deliberate mix of raw sensuality and undeniable sophistication that made fans feel they were witnessing a whole new chapter in her story, and that's why the buzz hasn't stopped. Because she didn't just pose, she embodied power, intention, and control in a way that few can replicate, and while many expected the usual glamour, what they got was something layered, something richer, as if she was saying to the world, "I don't just wear the look, I am the look," and the response was immediate, with admiration flooding in, comments celebrating not just her body but her ownership of her image, her confidence, and her refusal to shrink into what others expect. Because Charlotte McKinney doesn't follow trends, she creates her own rhythm, one that blends timeless Hollywood grace with a boldness that feels fresh and unstoppable, and every time she steps in front of a camera she delivers something authentic yet elevated, never gimmicky, never forced, just pure presence, and these photos amplified that quality, showing that while the outfits left little to the imagination, the artistry left so much more to admire, because true beauty isn't about what's revealed, it's about how it's carried, and Charlotte carried it with unmatched poise, making it clear that she's no longer just a face in commercials or campaigns, she's a woman fully in charge of her brand, her artistry, and her message, and that's what resonates so deeply, because in a culture where many rely on shock tactics, Charlotte's approach felt different, daring yet graceful, subtle yet commanding, and people respect that balance, because it feels both timeless and fresh at the same time. And what stood out even more was her relaxed expression, the way she exuded calm and control even while making such a bold visual statement, proving that sometimes the quietest confidence makes the loudest impact, and fans picked up on it immediately, sharing, reposting, and praising not only her appearance but the aura she projected. And that's the magic, because Charlotte McKinney isn't just creating buzz with her photos, she's shaping the narrative of what modern elegance looks like, setting a standard where boldness doesn't mean chaos, it means intention, and elegance doesn't mean restraint, it means power, and that's why she's captivating both longtime fans and new admirers, because she embodies a kind of balance that's rare in today's fast-moving, attention-grabbing world, showing that you don't have to scream to be seen, you just have to own your presence, and that's exactly what she did, redefining the game while making it look effortless, and as Star Buzz sees it, this moment isn't just another chapter in her career, it's a statement that Charlotte McKinney is here to set her own rules, and the world is going to keep watching whether they plan to or not, and what makes this even more powerful is how she has turned a simple shoot into a movement, where fans are not only admiring but also feeling inspired, because Charlotte's message speaks to something beyond glamour, it speaks to ownership of self, to embracing individuality, to walking into the spotlight without apology, and in a world where so many play it safe or rely on overexposure, she has found a balance that feels refreshing. She doesn't need to exaggerate to be noticed, her mere presence is enough, her choice is deliberate, her aura undeniable, and that's what keeps people coming back for more. Every frame she delivers is like a masterclass in how to merge artistry with authenticity, reminding everyone that the real power of an image lies not in how much it shocks but in how deeply it resonates. And Charlotte McKinney has mastered that resonance, creating waves that go beyond fashion or beauty, waves that touch on empowerment, individuality, and self-expression, proving yet again that she is not just participating in the cultural conversation, she is shaping it. And as the buzz continues to spread, one thing is clear, Charlotte McKinney isn't simply being seen, she's being remembered, and that's the mark of true influence, one that will echo far beyond a single photoshoot and remind the world why she stands in a league of her own. And it doesn't stop there, because the way Charlotte has embraced her journey reflects something that fans and critics alike can't ignore. It's a story of evolution, of a woman unafraid to grow beyond the labels placed on her, of someone who doesn't wait for permission to define herself but instead takes charge of her narrative, and this new chapter shows how intentional she is in aligning her image with her inner growth, making it clear that her influence is about more than style, it's about substance, and that's why so many people across different backgrounds resonate with her, because she doesn't just represent an image of beauty, she represents strength, resilience, and authenticity, and those are qualities that inspire, especially in an age where curated perfection often overshadows real depth. Charlotte McKinney has chosen to stand out not by being louder but by being truer, and that's a rare kind of boldness that leaves an unforgettable mark, ensuring that her presence won't fade with trends but will endure as a lasting example of how to own your space with grace and unapologetic confidence.